Hi everyone, it's me Elna from twinsmommy.com, and I'm here today to help all new bloggers about understanding SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. All right, so I'm going to walk through the foundational tips so that brand new bloggers can understand what SEO is all about and then how to optimize your blog for SEO. Okay, so if you don't know a bit about me, I'll just tell you a little bit about me. My name is Elna. I'm a mom to twins. My twins are 5 years old. And yesterday, my son had his first hockey team, and it was amazing. I'm so proud of him. But unfortunately, it was super late. He had to go on the ice at 7 p.m., which is his bedtime. So I wasn't sure if he was going to go to school today, if he was going to sleep in or not, but he did well. Since it was his first game, I allowed it. But normally, I'm pretty much a very strict person as far as sleep time. I want everyone to get quality sleep. So I wouldn't normally let him go out that late, but he's getting older, and I'm just so proud of him that he's on the ice and having fun. And you know what's so neat is that this is brand new to him. He's only been on the ice for about maybe not even 5 times. And so he's on the C line, which is the sort of beginner, the younger kids with not a lot of skills yet. So that sort of made me think, well, I like to help bloggers sort of in the C line, like the beginner bloggers, right? So I thought for today we'll sort of go and walk through those initial steps to help you. All right, so what is SEO? If you don't know what it is, it's search engine optimization, and it's basically Google traffic. One of the best sources of traffic you want to have on your blog is Google, because it's long-standing, it's practically everlasting, and it is targeted because people are searching for exactly certain phrases, certain things, and if they get your blog post and if everything is aligned, then they will get hooked onto your blog. You're reading your blog post, signing up to your email list, and eventually buying from you. So I find that the traffic from Google for some of my blogs have the best conversions than my Pinterest traffic. But for a lot of new bloggers, the way to get into Google traffic is through Pinterest, and we'll go through that. But I don't want to be ahead of myself right now. If you're here, please say hi. I love getting to know all my mamas here. All right. I have my notes down here, so if I'm looking down, it's because I wrote my notes in my bullet journal, and I'm just trying to read them. Okay. The first thing I want you to know about search engine traffic is that it is a long-term strategy. Don't expect to get ranking on the first page of Google within like the first 6 months of starting a blog. The only way that you could get ranked in Google as a brand new blogger is if you have an aged domain. So if you bought a blog, Twins Mommy is an aged domain. So I had a little bit ahead of the game because I'm not quite sure how old the URL Twins Mommy is, but it was an aged domain. So that's one way. And then the other way, to start getting ranked earlier in Google, is if you are in the circles of big influencers, and then they can link to your blog, and that sends Google signals that these big authority, high-profile blogs are linking to your new blog, which means that your new blog is a credible blog. It's sort of by proxy that Google trusts your blog enough that these other bloggers are linking to you. All right, but that's rare, and especially for new bloggers, it's not gonna happen. What Google initially does for brand new blogs, that's when you start a blog, is probably within the first 6 months you're in the Google sandbox. All right, so this is sort of like for Google to understand what type of blog are you. Are you the thousands of blogs that start up every day and just spam with spinning content and dupe content and all that? They want to know, are you providing valuable content? Are you writing consistently? Google hires people to review blogs. They really do. And so they go and investigate your blog and see how it's performing. And they have probably a checklist and see how the user experience is on your blog, what type of content you have, how long is your content, how valuable is your content. All right. So, and that goes in the first 6 months of a blog. So I always tell bloggers, spend that first year writing for people. And that's the first step to SEO is that I strongly believe in the first year of blogging that you want to write for people, and your blogs will naturally start ranking on different terms. All right. And it has happened to all the blogs that I've started. I always start with finding topics that people want to know more about. And I use Pinterest for that, or I use Facebook for that. Hey, everyone. Hi. Oh, I don't get to see your names. I just see a little shadow avatar. Oh, that's so sad. All right. So when you're creating valuable content, I don't want you to think of keywords in mind. I just want you to think of pure value. And so let me see if I have anything here. One of the things that Google likes is long form content. So I try on all my blogs to create long form content. So if let me switch over here. So on Twins Mommy, I just posted a post or published a post this morning, and it's called The First Step to Monetizing Your Email List. It is not optimized for SEO at all, but it is over 2,000 words. So my goal for this post is to attract readers on Pinterest, on social media, and then eventually, if it becomes popular enough, I'm hoping that it will rank later, but it's not a strategy for this particular blog post. And that's another thing that you need to realize, that for bloggers, you don't have to make every blog post optimized for SEO. Once your blog starts ranking in Google, it doesn't matter what you publish. That's why some big bloggers can publish a blog post that's only 300 words and it'll rank. It's because they've have years of content built up on that blog, has the authority that Google knows, has the quality backlinks and the quality signals from Google showing that that blog is authoritative, that whatever you post on that, it will eventually start to rank. All right. So as I was saying, so this post isn't for ranking in Google, but I want Google to take notice. So I wrote a long, valuable post. Hopefully, I feel that it has some value. I actually was thinking that this should be an opt-in freebie for my email list, but I decided to put it on my blog. And so it's about 2,000 words. All right. If you're struggling to write content over, let's say, 800 words, that's fine. A hack that you can do is make sure the post is valuable enough that people will come and comment on it, because you can build your blog content, your blog post content, by having comments. So I have 400 comments on this. And so this post, I don't even know how long it is. Maybe it's only 1,000 words. It's not that long, I don't think. Has probably 2,000 or 3,000 words in comments here. All right. I try to reply to every comment. Sometimes it's not that long, because this is an old blog post. It's years old. So I am not investing as much time to build up the content on this blog post, but it does help for SEO because it is long form content right here. All right. So that's a quick hack that you can do if you struggle with writing long form content. Have that social chatter online with Facebook, with Pinterest, and try to get people to this post to comment. And make sure at the end of your blog post, sorry if I'm making you dizzy right now with the scrolling. At the end of your blog post, have some kind of call to action to engage people to comment on your blog. All right. So I ask people, over to you, do you have any other blog commenting tricks to generate traffic? Share them here. That starts the ball rolling for people to comment. So have that at the end of your blog post to start building that content with the comments and reply to every comment, as well as to generate more content. All right, so I hope that helps. So writing those valuable blog posts, long form blog post is essential. Every year Google's demands and requirements for long form content gets longer and longer. I think for this year it was about 2,000 words. I'm probably sure that in the next couple years it's going to be 3,000 to 5,000 words. All right, so building those foundational blog posts on your blog can act as a pillar to your blog so that it can stand and be strong. Okay, so even having 5 big type of guides that are each 5,000 words will help generate traffic in the long run, will help with ranking in Google. All right, the second thing you want to do is start niching down. This is exactly what I did with Smart Mom Ideas. I took over Smart Mom Ideas. A lot of the posts were about just general things: organizing, money, kid stuff, food. I have food here. So like a popular post here is this one. So what I found is when I took over the blog, I tried to go in that vein. I wrote posts about household hacks. I think there's one here, saving on groceries here, household item hacks. I was trying to go in that vein to see, well, am I going to gain more traffic that way from Pinterest? What I found is that once I pivoted to a new audience of like moms that are pregnant and postpartum moms, my traffic started growing quicker. My impressions on Pinterest grew quicker. So I found that if I'm niching down, then people know exactly what this blog is about. Now, this is still considered it's still very lifestyle type because there are multi-topics, but I'm trying my hardest to make every blog post about postpartum, about babies, about pregnancy. All right, so, and then weaving in some seasonal content as well. All right, so I'm finding that as soon as I niche down, then ranking in Google also helped. Like I started noticing that I was ranking in Google because of that. One of the first ones was, I think, lactation recipes. Let me see if I just go. I'm right here. So I'm not in the first 3, but I am page number 1, which I find so odd because, first of all, it has nothing to do with, I don't have a food blog, but I mean, I see BuzzFeed is number 1 here. Cafe Mom, I'm assuming that's a sort of a food blog. Redbook is a magazine, so Healthline, and then me. And then they go into all these little actual food blogs, right? So I started ranking for this because I niched down. Google started understanding my content, and Pinterest helped me, and I'll go through that later. All right, so how's everyone doing? Good? Am I going too fast here? Hi. All right, so valuable content, niching down. Let me just see if I have any notes here. Ugh, I'm sorry. Okay, so you want to niche down with the topic and also with your blog name if possible. So if you haven't started a blog and you want to start a blog, consider your blog name as a way to identify what your blog is about. Now, Twins Mommy has nothing to do with digital marketing and blogging tips for moms, but it hasn't hurt me. And same thing with Smart Mom Ideas. Smart Mom Ideas screams a lifestyle blog, and I'm pivoting to pregnancy and postpartum tips. So even though I'm saying that it's probably a good idea, it in the long run, it's okay if you don't. But I feel like it would make it easier if you had, if your blog was something like, babysleephacks.com, and all your content was about sleeping tips for new moms with babies. Google will get those signals very quickly that you're the go-to for sleep hacks for new moms. So do you see, like, I feel like that would help you gain more organic traffic quicker. Let me see if I have my notes here. Okay. Yes, that's exactly what I said. Okay. So for the first 6 to 12 months, focus on the content. And I'm just going to go here quickly to show you this. One thing you can do is start creating blog posts that will generate traffic and comments and shares. And so over on Twins Mommy, I have a post on the best types of posts you should have on your new blog. And so some of them that you can sort of incorporate in your blog are the basic roundup post. These get very highly shared on Pinterest. So again, giving Google those markers that your blog is engaging, has those social signals. So roundup posts are great. You can do a roundup yourself, or you can invite people to contribute to your roundup. The list post, still very popular. I mean, when I started freelance writing, I'd say almost 4 years ago, list posts there weren't enough list posts. So I'm hoping within these last 4 years that more people are producing this type of content because it's still popular. People love to bookmark a list post because it's all in one stop. So if you can provide that for your audience, you'll get a lot of click-throughs and shares. I always like writing sort of hacks and secret posts. There are some really good bloggers that do this, especially based on personal things. I know Carly from Mommy on Purpose has some of her popular posts are based on her own experience. And it's not necessarily secrets, but it's like the one thing no one tells you about giving birth. Well, geez, what is that? Or the one thing I found out the first week after giving birth. She has these stories that hook you in, and it's sort of like a secret. Like, I want to know what that is. So if you can provide that to your audience and boost up that curiosity, well, then you'll get some clicks and hopefully comments and shares on your post. There's an opinion post. So again, more personal. How-to posts are basic guides. Those always do well on Google especially, and in Pinterest. And then if you want to be more personal, you can do traffic and income reports. That brings in a lot of views. And then doing basic sort of tools posts, which can open up the door for affiliate marketing as well, when you provide the best books for such and such, the best whatever. You can do a blog series. Those are always nice because that gives you ideas to generate content. And then you can offer your unique tips. And then you have the resource post. And these types of posts are mostly your big type of ultimate guides types of post that will give you the foundation for your blog. All right, so that's the type of content that you want to initially start with your blog to build up that traffic, to build up that notice from Google. Again, we're not talking about SEO. We're not talking about keywords right now. Once you start doing this, so in the 6 to 12 month mark, go to Google Analytics. You can even go to real time, and you can see, just open up real time for the day or for the hour that you're on your site. And you can see if people are coming through Google or not. Under top keywords, Google may not tell you the keywords, and sometimes they will, but you'll see how many people are coming to your blog from Google. So right now I have 5 people on my Twins Mommy site that came from Google. And I don't know which ones they are, but I know that's happening right now. Okay. I'm in the wrong. There we go. All right. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm hopefully walking through this a little bit easy for you so that you understand how I sort of view SEO. So that's the first part of SEO. So the first part of your blog is getting that valuable content and niching down enough. And then the second part is you're going to start focusing on SEO and keyword strategy. Now, again, I'm just going to walk you through an overview of this so you can sort of get an idea. So for my Twins Mommy blog, this is exactly what I've been doing. I've been optimizing a lot of the blog posts for Pinterest and for Google. It doesn't mean that I'm going to rank for these terms. Hopefully over the long term, I will. it will take time because the mom parenting niche is very competitive. There are huge blogs that have been blogging about parent content for 5-10 years, and they are ranking in Google, and they have high authority. You know, someone like Mama Natural has a huge YouTube channel, has been on TV, has been vouched by like Dr. Oz and Oprah probably. I mean, so her posts are on page 1. I mean, because of that authority. So this is a longer term strategy with Smart Mom Ideas, but I am seeing some results. Now, as far as like what to rank for in Google, how do you figure that out? The best tip I can give you is to rank for long tail keywords. Long tail keywords are like big phrases. So people type in how to make money with a small blog. They might type that in, or how to get started with freelance writing. How to make childbirth less painful, or whatever someone would type into Google. Those are the type of things that you want to rank for because they're easier and they're probably less competitive than postpartum tips, right? That probably gets 5,000 searches a month, and it could be competitive. So those are things you want to consider. So something like how to get baby to sleep through the night. Let's see if I type that in. Through the night gets about 2,900 searches a month. And if I look at the blogs on page 1, Parents, that's a huge blog. Parents, Baby Center, these are all huge blogs. So I probably won't get into the first 3 spots, but I might be able to get into the bottom here, or even on page 2 to start with. And being on page 2 is fine. You can work your way to page 1 over time. So I'm seeing Momtastic, The Bump, A Military Wife and Mom. These are big blogs as well. So again, I wrote this post because it has a high search volume. The competition is high, but, well, no, it's not that high. It's doable. Well, maybe not. Anyways, I'm just thinking. So that post is geared for SEO. And so what I did was, the things that I did to optimize this post for SEO is making sure that the keyword is in place in my title. Ideally, you want to have it in the front, the first couple words as your keyword. But if you can't, get it in there early enough so that Google can show that that keyword up here, because sometimes if your title is too long, it won't show all of it. You also want to place your keyword within, like in your introduction. Have a keyword in mind and place that there. So let me see. I don't know if I have it in here. Somewhere in here I do. I can't find it right now, but it's somewhere in there. And then having it peppered out throughout your blog post and make it natural enough. You can also use related keywords. So this is a little free tool that you can use called Keywords Everywhere. It's a Chrome, it's for a Chrome extension, and it will show you the related keywords. You can add those to your blog post as well. You can add them to a subheading as well. This one is oh, look at my babies, my little babies. You can use them as a subheading if you want. I think after this post are questions. Let's see. Common baby sleep questions here. These could be taken from the results here. You can use these to put in your blog post if you want. I'm not quite sure if I use the exact wording or not. I'm not quite sure how I came up with these questions, but I found them somewhere. And so that is going to get your post optimized for SEO. Now, to get it to start ranking is a whole other strategy. And what I like to do is I like to use Pinterest to start ranking my post in Google. And when that happens, it's a nice little relationship that you have with Pinterest. And to start doing that is you need to start building your profile up on Pinterest. Get those impressions up, get those click-throughs up, and get your followers up. I strongly believe that your followers are sort of like your gate to the impressions and click-throughs and traffic. When you have the right follower and enough followers, then you'll get the traffic back to your blog and you'll get those signals. Now, this blog doesn't have a lot of comments. It doesn't have an email list. So it's just relying on Pinterest right now for gaining traffic. Let me see. So right now, there's one person that found my post on Google. And I don't know exactly which one it is. 2 posts are brand new, so that wouldn't be it. It could be one of my older posts that is doing well on Pinterest right now. And they found it on Google. So that's a plus. That's good. All right. Let me see what I have here for. Okay. So like I said, using Pinterest, having those nice pin graphics to get people to click on them. On my SMI profile, let's see. So that's the pin here. So it's getting good clicks. It got good impressions. So this tells me that my audience are targeted for this profile, which is good. And it's sending Pinterest signals to send my pin out to a bigger audience. So I'm hoping that it will start getting more traction over time. So watching those analytics on your pins, and then if you see that it's taking off, creating more pins about it. I don't know if since it's a brand new post, I don't think I have many pins for this, an alternate pin. I think I only make 2. Yeah, that's just the one right here. And that's fine. If you make your one pin, you can watch it, and then you can make an alternate pin. I did that in the beginning of Smart Mom Ideas. I posted 2 pins, but I only promoted 1 pin for about a week, and then I went and promoted the second pin for a week, and then I saw which ones did well, and then I scheduled it in Tailwind. But I'm not doing that right now because I am creating more content on this blog. I don't have the time to do that. So I just pump out content. So my newest one is this one that was published yesterday, or I think yesterday. So it's slowly getting traction. And I don't know if I created another pin for this, if it's out yet. But there you go. By doing this, you'll get the signals. Google will get the signals, and then hopefully it'll start ranking in Google. So my lactation recipes is one of my. Let me see if it's in analytics. That's not one of my top pins right now, but it was a while back. That's not even. Let's see. I need to start circling the lactation recipes more because I'm focusing on all my new content and not my older pins that have brought my initial traffic. Like it's not even on my analytics here. No. But again, that's okay because it's already in Google, right? So I have that place on page 1. So that's just a note for me to start circulating that pin more, which I think it's in my Tailwind. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Let me Oops. All right, so those are my key tips. The first phase is content. The second phase is using Pinterest, bringing that traffic, getting those social signals, and then optimizing your post for keywords. Long tail keywords, and also focus on low competition type of keywords that are easier to rank for. And then keep creating that content. And over time, your post will start ranking. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, just pop them in the thread. If you're watching this as a replay, hi, ask your questions. I'll be around. All right, everyone. Bye.